Hi, this is the Start 3D Modeling channel, and in this video I'll show you how to create a part like this in Plasticity. Based on this part I'll show you a few basic operations for creating 3D solids in Plasticity, which can be also useful when modeling other parts. I'll start a new project, and here we will begin by creating a box. Choose the center box command. And to select this command, press and hold the left mouse button, move the cursor over this command and release the left mouse button. Now we have snapping active and we will place the center of the box at the origin point of the coordinate system. We click here with the left mouse button and now we define the dimensions of the box. I press the tab key, enter 100. Press tab again and also enter 100, press enter, and now I need to define the height of this box. I enter 10, press enter and enter one more time to confirm it. Now I'll draw more geometry. I'll create this geometry on the top face of the solid. I switch to face selection, select this face, and now I press space so this face becomes the sketch plane, and I choose drawing a circle. And I place the center of the circle at the midpoint of the side of the rectangle, and as the circle diameter I enter 50. I press the tab key, enter 50 and press enter, and we have a circle created with a diameter of 50. I close the view of the temporary construction plane and now I switch to geometry selection. I make sure the circle is selected. If it isn't selected, then we select the circle and we will create more circles using the radial array command. Select the radial array command and place the center of the array on the z-axis, which in this case is at the center of this box. And here as the number of elements we enter 4. We can do this by moving the cursor over it, pressing and holding the left mouse button and moving the mouse left or right. And we set the value here to 4 elements and an angle of 360 degrees. We click OK. And now I'll create one more circle. I choose drawing a circle and I'll draw a circle in the center with a diameter of 30. And now I switch to area selection. And with the shift key I select the areas of these circles. Here as you can see I can't select the area of this circle. I don't know why. Okay, this is that circle and we will do it like this. I'll delete this circle. I select this circle and delete it, and I'll do it in such a way that I select this face and draw the circle on this face again so that all the circles are on the same plane. Okay, and now I can select all the circles with the shift key. I drag this gizmo downward. I press the W key, I left click on this solid and click OK. And this way we created something like this. Now I left click on the group of flat geometry and click the eye icon next to one of these geometries to turn off the visibility of this geometry. And now I press 2 key to switch to edge selection, and with the shift key held down I select edges. And here we will add chamfers, and to add the chamfer we do it like this. The fillet command was activated automatically, and here we can specify a chamfer or a fillet. I press C to add a chamfer here. I enter the chamfer value 5 and press enter and enter one more time to confirm it. And now we will add fillets on the corners. Similarly as in the previous case, with the shift key we select the edges we want to round. We press D, set the radius value, for example 5, and press enter and enter one more time. And now I'll create circles here on these faces. But if I choose drawing a circle, I have a characteristic point here that lies at the center of this radius. In this case, I don't want to use this point. I just want to create a circle that will lie between these 2 points at the midpoint between these 2 points, roughly here. And for this purpose, I do it like this. I choose drawing a line and I'll draw a construction line from this point to this point. I right click and I have a helper line here, and now I choose drawing a circle and I'll draw a circle at the midpoint of this line. But here, as you can see, the circle positions itself in this orientation. I press V to draw this circle in the plane of this face. As you can see, by pressing V we can change the plane, and in fact we can create this circle in any plane. But I want the circle to lie on this face, and I want it to have a diameter of 10. Therefore, I press Tab key, enter 10, press enter, and we have something like this. Now I switch to face selection. I select these 2 areas with the Shift key, or I turn off the visibility of the line in the outliner and select the area of this circle. And we can do it so that we first create a hole in this solid and then make a radial array of the hole, or first we create a radial array of the geometry and then based on the 4 geometries we create holes in the solid. In this case, I'll do it so that I first create the hole, that is, I drag this gizmo downward, I press W, click on this solid and click OK to confirm it. I turn off the visibility of the flat geometry, select this face, choose the radial array command and define the center of the radial array. Here as the number of elements I enter 4, press enter and enter one more time to confirm it. And in this way, with these few steps, we created something like this. This part is of course only an example, but in this example I wanted to show you that in Plasticity we can create parts with precisely defined dimensions and we can do it quite quickly. And if you'd like to learn more about 3D modeling in Plasticity, please check out other videos on this channel.